child, honey, the internet has been set off yet again by Angelo and his daughter Asri. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into this whole series called Precedents that's supposed to be coming out. And Angelo is saying he going to have 4 or 5 parts, darling. So I'm going to give my commentary, honey, on all of this. Before we get started, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And definitely make sure you share the video. Honey, so a clip was released of, Asri interviewing another young woman on the video, and the young woman in the video is basically saying that she had a bank account in Kay's name at the Sun Trust and all that. Angelo also went live to express what's going to be happening with this whole series that he's coming out with, because he claims that he wants the truth to be put out there, and that this series is going to dig a little bit deeper than L Time did, because it's going to be, taking a look at some people that he deems, or that is deemed, I'm going to say that are deemed as enablers. And, he made a real interesting point that a lot of these people, and I think I've said this before as well, a lot of these people that are, riders for K, they find something familiar in him that's familiar, in them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you a liar, let's say a person is a liar and your homegirl is saying, yo, such and such is such a liar, and they get on my nerves, and that strike a nerve with you, that's probably because you probably lie and that struck a nerve with you. So I get him talking about, people finding familiarity, because the spirit of familiarity is a real situation. Birds of a feather tend to flock together, and things, if you're not in agreement with something, it's hard for you to co-sign anything related to some foolishness. You feel me? So, a lot of people, they get up under my comments like, oh, how you go hard on somebody that's, an innocent man, and, innocent until proven. I'm a person that I just personally believe that I believe original women are underserved in the community. They don't have a voice. I believe that a lot of things happen to them, and this is a real life situation. This is a sad situation that you have all of these women who this happened to, and their voice was not heard. I believe that their voice was not heard due to K being in the position of celebrity that he's in. People, tend to think celebrities are heroes, superstars, and all of that other stuff. So I like that Angelo talked about that. Angelo, honey, said he coming out with 4 or 5 series that's going to be, putting certain people on beam that have been, I guess, being very vocal about, maybe his daughter and him in a very disparaging way, making comments and stuff like that. So he made the comment, if you want to be on, we don't have to be in the street, we could put this on the TV type of thing. So Angelo seemed like, honey, he trying to come with it. Now, personally, Asri seemed like she going through a very emotional situation, and I'm gonna stand firm on that. Like, what we seen between Az and Joy was a very emotional situation for both parties, and I think that Asri, before she goes to try to be, celebrity and all the rest of that stuff, I think that she should definitely take some time out to heal, because when you seen her crying and saying this, and it seemed like lies that she believed could have been shattered. You feel me? And that's a hurtful situation that when you think a person care about you and you realize that they're not the person that you fell for or that you loved. You get what I'm saying? That a person manipulated you. And so with this whole clip of this series coming out, honey, I want to ask y'all, what do y'all think about this series that Angelo say he bringing to TV, honey? He said he bringing it to life. he's shedding light on people that he feel like need to be shed light on, and you know, he getting it produced and getting it together. Now, I was watching Neek on YouTube where the clip was shown, and the lady who Angelo was talking about, I think her name was Latoya, was the topic of discussion. So you had some people that, you know, were people who know about this situation. They called into Neek's show, and they basically gave their perspective on the whole situation. And from what I got from listening to the callers that were calling into Neek's show was that it's a lot of people who have different perspectives on this Azri situation. And I knew that was going to happen. That's why I was saying the other day that I kind of felt like all of this vocalness on social media is doing more harm than it is doing good. Because you got some people that's like, Azri seem a little manipulative to them, which I feel like Azri is a little bit manipulative, but you know, the way Angelo explained the situation where he dropped some tea that the young lady that he was talking about was supposedly supposed to be sent by Kay to put the pause on Azri for taking back her life and, you know, speaking her truth. Now, a lot of people, I'm going to tell you why I feel like a lot of people is skeptical about Angelo and Azri. And I think it's just due to certain stuff that is being seen on social media. Because personally, me looking at that situation, even though Azri did Millie Rock Joy, I really feel like Azri was concerned about her sister and her sister being Joy. And not to say that they're sisters like that, but you know, you build a bond and a friendship with somebody and you become close to a person. And I really feel like she was there to check for Joy, because really it was no real reason for her to be back in the Shy, other than the fact, you know, let me check on my sis, see how she doing, and that sort of thing. Because if you looked at Azri's post, she basically said that she felt torn about the whole situation. You know, you probably feel a feeling of like, dag, I had to leave my girl behind like that, and I rock with her. You feel me? It's the same thing Dom was saying. She said when she left Joy, she felt a way about it. Like, you know, I care about this person. I'm supposed to be there for this person. You feel sad inside about that. But you know, ultimately, you got to protect you and do the best thing for you. And unfortunately, Joy is in a mindset still. It was trifling that Kay sent, supposedly, somebody there for Azri. And you know, Azri, he said he told his daughter what the girl, you know, was saying. Or, you know, he put it on Front Street, what the girl said, you know, that she was supposed to come to do. And Azri was like, listen, you know, I'm about that, you know, I'm about that action, basically, in so many words. You know how she was in the background saying, I can fight? That's what she meant. She was saying that she was going to put that body more, you know, them hands on folks. You feel me? So I really feel like if that's true, that's trifling on Kay's behalf. But you know, he probably hotter than fish grease that this girl now is back with her people, and now she can be very vocal about her feelings and things that has happened to her. But I think people, because, like, I think people are kind of half and half because they feel like it's inconsistencies. Like, one moment is this, one moment is that with Angelo and Azri. But with the Azri situation, there could be inconsistencies because she probably has, you know, I would say, you know, emotional issues amongst other psychological things that could be going on. Like, prior to this whole situation, her parents said that she was very fragile over a breakup with the ex-boyfriend, and she had to get treatment for that. So this is a person that's very emotionally fragile in certain ways, from what her parents have said, and that is why they could have, you know, different, or they could just lash out different ways emotionally, you know, whether it be putting a pause on somebody and they just want, the next minute they crying, is because if you've been through trauma in other situations and you just trying to sort out what's going on with you, that's a big situation. And a lot of people that's regular, everyday people, they don't necessarily understand it from a psychological point of view or a psychologist point of view. Now, it is some, little manipulation stuff in between all of that. And that's why I think people are calling it out. So I think I get both sides of the situation. I get the people that's like, hey, this girl is a Vic. She's been through whatever. And I get that. And I also get the little side of people saying, now why you told them boys that Joy did what she did? She was like, I want that paperwork immediately. You feel me? So I felt like that was a little bit too much. And it could have been a little manipulative, being that, but at the same time, Joy did run up with the phone and hit her with the phone, though. So it's kind of like, but you ain't had to Millie rock her like that in the hallway, girl. I see it from both sides. And it's just, Az is a beautiful young woman. I feel like she has a lot of promise. I just feel like, and I'm laughing because she has a bubbly personality that I feel like she has all the potential in the world to do anything that she set her mind to and prosper at that. You feel me? She has an interesting personality, but I feel like she has to sit back and take time to heal in this situation, because it's definitely on both sides, honey, from Joy and that big black coat that confirmed everything that we felt about that he had them covering all the way up. And just these people that was enabling this mess. Like, you had a person on the video saying, let her go, and they was talking about Joy. So did they tell Joy, and did Kay tell Joy and that other girl to run up on or run us down on Azri? And Azri had to make an example, because now I'm looking at it from that perspective now that he said that, because it's just mighty weird that all of this just transpired and it just escalated to a situation. It's wild to me. Angelo definitely seemed like he ain't holding back or playing no games with people that have came for him and his daughter on social media. And basically, I think that he's going to put out certain details from these people's past to put that on Front Street, and kind of show why they would have something in common with Kay, and why they would go so hard for the dude. Because a lot of people have a spirit of familiarity where they co-sign a lot of stuff that they personally would do. Like, we see that all the time. Like, a person that's in the street where they dropping people off, another person from the street, they might not feel no type of way about that, because that's something that's everyday acceptable in their community. So people who have this sort of stuff happening in their community, that's why you see a lot of the comments be it's girls that be going after people all the time that's older. You see the people because they're used to dysfunctionality. Dysfunctionality is their actuality. So it was questions raised on Neek's calling. A lot of callers was talking about how they keep saying that they're gonna tell their story. Azri and her dad, they keep on saying that they're gonna tell their story, and that she where the skeleton, that she knows where the skeletons are at, but you pressing this person, whoever that lady was, for info on Kay, and that person hasn't been around in a long time. So that is, it was a lot of people that raised a lot of good points. I've been looking at different comments all amongst the place, honey, from the little release of the little the clip of the series Precedents, and on different social media as well, like Twitter and different places. I've been looking at the comments, and it's just really looking like I knew this was gonna happen. And it's the trust for Angelo and Azri is kind of divided right now, which I feel like still prayers for these people families, because I still feel firmly that Kay is accountable for the things that he's accountable for, but it just created a fallout, and just everyday drama. Like, these people's lives is drama filled because of this dude, and I'm just happy that Yahweh got the glory when it came to reuniting these people in certain ways. And I just want Joy to be really reunited with her parents. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like after like seeing the situation that happened between Joy and Asri, like it's a lot of people that just straight is enabling this mess to continue. Like this mess does not have to keep going the way that it's going. And you clearly seen from, you know, the people that was around Joy that Asri was talking to. I think ultimately, even though it ended up, you know, the situation at the condo ended up going the way that it went, I still feel like that was Asri helping her, getting her away from them people that she around. Cause this is wild. You know, if that's true what Angelo is saying about Kay sending people for Asri, dude needs to just, I cannot wait for the trial situation, because this foolishness needs to be shut down, you know, at this point. You know, a person can only be mad at themselves for allowing themselves to get in a situation like this. All of these people would not have an avenue to say anything if the environment wasn't created for them to do so. So even if you saying, oh, all these people is coming out with rumors, you still created an environment for that. And I personally, I'm not buying it, okay? I'm not buying it. Oh, all these people is together telling a story on this dude. I looked at all of the whole timeline, from the marriage certificate to the settlements for silence and all this other stuff. And to me, a person that's innocent does not do all that. You know, all of these people would not have all this to say. Like, this is just, and then the same thing about you year after year after year after year after year after year. No way. Like, no way. This, honey, what do y'all think about this 4-part series? Do y'all feel like this is the right time for Angelo to put this out? Do y'all feel like it's a good thing because it's supposedly supposed to give another perspective where it's digging, you know, deeper and looking at the people that helped really enable the situation? And he was like, honey, I got my, you know, y'all could get y'all counsel, but he not holding back. He gonna go hard. You know, the people, they've been going hard on him and his daughter, he going hard. He said he putting the truth up out there. So we gonna only see from that, honey. It seems like the more time, you know, goes by and more information is provided, we are starting to really get a real clear picture of what is going on with, you know, all parties involved. But I definitely feel like now it's kind of split right now. You know, people are a little half and half with Asri and Angelo. Like, some people feel like they've been way too vocal on social media. Some people feel like, you know, why are you doing this series? Some people feel like, you know, is this a ploy for fame and, you know, for followers on social media? Because it's definitely being portrayed that way. But I mean, if it's gonna help get the truth out there about, you know, Kay and the things that he's doing, I feel like that's a good thing. You know, it's all about motivation at the end of the day. So, I mean, if the motivation is pure, then it's going to be successful. If it's anything else, then y'all know how that go. So, I mean, time is going to tell in this situation. I just personally feel like this is like, wow. And you could tell it's really like a lot of people that has been affected by this dude, yo. And I pray that these people seek the counseling that they need to seek so that they could reclaim their lives. Because even though time has even went by with the girl that they claim was on that clip, you know, even if she went through something with him, like, I feel like these people, just pray for them, honey. Pray for them, because it's just like the more and more time go on, more people be coming out. It be new angles. It be just new perspectives. Just, whew, honey, you be having to take a deep breath, even just, you know, taking all of the stuff in, what you're seeing and what you're listening to. It's just like, wow, like, this dude really reached a lot of people. A lot of people believed in him, but at the same time, he also, you know, tried to steal the light from a lot of people. this is wild to me, y'all. Leave me your thoughts on this whole situation in the comment section down below, and also in the chat, because I'm interested to know what y'all perspective on, Angelo planning this series to basically shed light on this situation, as well as going after people that have gone after, him and his daughter. What do y'all think about, Asri in this whole situation? Do y'all feel like she's believable? Do y'all feel like y'all support? Are y'all half and half like some people? Just leave your honest opinion, honey, about this whole situation in the chat section so I can see what y'all think about this situation. It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know. Be blessed. Pray for these families, and I will see y'all soon on the next video. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, KingBritneyChanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.